morning, Dex, Barbie T, as we are back on live. Sorry about the other couple of days. We had issues yesterday with the software and the computer stuff. And then I was in Atlanta trying to get my visa to go to Japan to see my mom. That is an insane process, by the way. I couldn't even understand some of the stuff that I was supposed to be turning in because it was in Japanese. So listen, guys, we're about to get into our secrets, a parenting question. So if you know some good stuff whenever it comes to parenting, this might be helpful. Also, why did you break up with a friend of yours, like a friend breakup? What caused them, or what did they do that said, you know what, I'm done with this person? We'll get into that a little bit later on. All right, fam. So we are live on the Facebook page. We want to see what your thoughts are whenever it comes to this parenting question. This guy reached out because he was at the grocery store and he feels like he is a jerk, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. We've disguised your voice. What happened at the grocery store, and why do you think that you were messed up? Go ahead.
He threw a temper tantrum.
Your kid, right? Your kid threw this. Sorry. Go ahead.
He threw a temper tantrum in the middle of a Target the other day. I tried to reason with him, but then eventually I ended up just leaving him in the middle of the aisle.
Oh
and
my
I walked around the
gosh.
corner. It works, right? Because eventually he jumped up and stopped crying immediately and ran after me. And we held hands and we continued shopping. The problem is this woman confronted me when I was checking out and talking about how I'm a bad parent because I should have never left him alone and let him continue his tantrum. I guess she thinks I should have babied him. I think giving in to a child during a tantrum sets a bad precedent. She didn't believe that, but what would you have done?
Dealing with the tantrum, I don't deal with that.
So what would you do? Would you do what he just did?
I probably would. We would have to leave the store. I can't deal with that.
But you wouldn't walk away?
No, I would not walk away. We would leave the store.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
We'd have to go talk.
You already went to the store, and you're going to waste that whole trip? I mean, we just had to pick up some things.
We will have to go outside to the car and have a talk.
I will
would
tell
have
you
to
this.
leave the store because I personally, while I'm shopping, I cannot stand that when people just let their kids show out any kind of way. I wasn't raised like that. You didn't act like that.
Yeah, but
in
it
public.
worked. What he did work.
There's other ways. You got to know your child, so there's that. But at the same time, I would want to leave because I don't want to disturb the peace of everyone else. So I would just immediately get out of there, and we're going to go have a talk and then get back to it.
I will say, I will never forget this. When I was a kid growing up, I didn't want to leave a hotel room. And my parents said, okay, you go, we leave. We're going to leave you here. And I didn't think that they would really do it. And then finally, I realized that they did.
They would?
And so I ran screaming, oh, don't leave me. It worked. I never raised a fit.
That was in a different day. I just wouldn't want to leave my kid out.
Interesting. I like what Jake said. That woman needs to mind her own business.
Yeah, that too.
That's a good point, too. 866-639-4689. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this? I mean, like, what he did worked. You know what I mean? Like, the kid, snapped up.
I just wouldn't. I don't trust people. Like
Yeah.
people be snatching kids up left and right. I'm not leaving my child anywhere out for that to happen.
We're on
I don't
Facebook
care
Live.
what kind of lesson they need to learn.
One of the comments said that I would have left him, too. My mom would pick me up by my ears.
Oof.
Also, it's Target, not Walmart. 866-639-4689. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this? We'll go ahead and get some of your calls, and we will be right back. All right, let's do this. Good morning. Hang on just a second. You're going to be our first person up. Hey, good morning. We got one call ahead of you. Stand by. We've got two calls ahead of you. Stand by, Dr. Marie.
Screaming child, right?
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Michelle. I'm calling from Greenville, South Carolina.
What up, Michelle? Go ahead.
Well, for my son, he's 7. He has tantrums all the time in the grocery store. But me, far as leaving him, I would never leave him. But what I do is say, I'm going to call your dad because his dad does not play and will be up there to get him in a heartbeat. So as soon as I mention, I'm calling your dad, you know what he does? He hops right up, gets up off that floor, and act like nothing never happened.
Period.
Call your daddy. He going to get up. Call your daddy. He going to get up.
And that right there is the importance of a father in the home. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very
Welcome.
much.
All right.
Woo. What up, Deborah? Good morning. Hi, good morning. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Jackie in Greenville.
Jackie, thoughts?
I agree with the guy. I've done it to my mini-me. I had to do it when she was younger. You don't leave them entirely, but you do. You go up an aisle and around the corner, and you sit there and watch them. And with mine, she threw a temper tantrum in the middle of Trader Joe's. I did that, and I never had issues with her again after that because she was scared.
Oh my gosh. How do you throw a temper tantrum in Trader Joe's? It's so peaceful and tranquil. I love
I
it.
wouldn't buy candy.
I love Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I love Trader Joe's now as an adult, but when you've got a 3-year-old that wants candy that says, I have to have it, and you tell her no, she tried to test me, but I won the battle, and I didn't have any issues out of her after that.
I would buy two, put one in the freezer and one in the refrigerator, and the one in the refrigerator would always go in the trash.
Yeah, I don't normally like grapes. Hello?
Hey, hot. Good morning. Dr. Marie.
Dex, first of all, I have to say this. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, not even my parents, is going to tell me how to raise or chastise my kids. Second of all, I have no problem with what he did. But I done went a step further. Where you cut up on me is where you get cut up on, and I ain't going to no car to do it. You didn't wait till we got to the car to cut up on me.
Oh, so you do it right there in front of...
My clown pants is bigger than yours, so let's get it.
Okay. Dr. Marie, thank you very much. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dex, it's Renee
Go ahead, Renee, real quick.
from Knoxville. If you don't discipline your kids while they're young, I guarantee you, corrections officers, police officers, judges, and attorneys will have fun doing it and making money while at it.
Ooh, goodness. There you go.
It gets expensive.
It
Save
gets
yourself
real.
some money by switching to discipline while young.
Thank you.
Period.
If you don't, this is on Twitch. Crazy Mom 6 says, if you don't have kids, you won't understand what parents go through. It's not like he left him in the store. There are cameras, and he knew his kid would run after him. People without kids get mad about kids throwing tantrums, but not all kids are the same. Talking to a kid don't work with some. Talking to him like, as an adult. Some kids have ADD, ADHD, and other learning disabilities. Thank you. Let's get into some of the other comments.
Anyways, Marina said, leaving a child is definitely traumatic, and studies do show that it can impact their lifelong response to abandonment. That lady should have minded her business. Everyone has their own way to parent, and I'm over everyone having a say on how we do it.
Boom.
That part. Yeah.
I like what these calls are saying. These calls are great today.
My child knows when I give her that look, she straightens up. Yeah, my grandma got that look. Or either you got her nails and pinch and twist.
So someone said that their mom knew pressure points like my mom.
Ooh, my grandma knew a pressure point. That ass. Oh, gosh. Dr. Marie going to be on hard in the paint on every subject. Yes.
She's been on it today. All right. I got about one more minute. I'm going to have to cut Beyonce short.
My son has ADHD really bad, and when he gets that look, he straightens up real quick.
Excuse me.
It was the look and the finger point. Yeah. All I have to do is look. Yeah. And I love my Kingston so much. Like, I don't have to, I don't like to discipline him, but I tell him. But the thing is, he's so sweet. If you say pop, pop, he'll be like, pop, pop, and he'll pop himself. He'll be like, no.
Hi, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Lauren calling from Greer.
Hey, Lauren, real quick, go ahead.
So I was calling for like a kid point, not really kid point of view because I'm 18 now, but when I was little, I'm telling you now, if I didn't get beat the way I did, I would not be where I am in life right now. So when you little, I mean, your parents are your parents. What they say, that's what goes. So.
So you appreciate the lashings, the whoopings.
Yeah, if I didn't have that now, I'd probably be in a prison cell somewhere, if you want to be honest. If I didn't know right from wrong, if I went taught early.
Thank you very much.
Period.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Is that
so
the,
late.
like- I know you did not cut Beyonce off.
Sorry, we're running behind.
That's so rude.
I know. Hey, listen, so we're talking about, how to parent your kid whenever they throw a tantrum in the grocery store. This guy ended up leaving his kid, and, he just went over to an aisle over, and this parent was like, that's not cool how you did that. But it
Right.
worked. The kid freaked out and started trying to find their dad.
Right. And we're on Facebook Live, and the comments are coming in. Marina says, to that, leaving a child is definitely traumatic, and studies do show that it can impact their lifelong response to abandonment. That lady should have minded her business. Everyone has their own way to parent, and I'm over everyone's having a say in how we do it.
Good morning. What about you? Go ahead.
Well, for my son, he's 7. He has tantrums all the time in the grocery store. But me, far as leaving him, I would never leave him. But what I do is say, I'm going to call your dad, because his dad does not play and will be up there to get him in a heartbeat. So as soon as I mention, I'm calling your dad, you know what he does? He hops right up, gets up off that floor, and act like nothing never happened.
Period.
Call your dad. He going to get up. Call your daddy. He going to get up.
And that right there is the importance of a father in the home. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Go ahead.
I agree with the guy. I've done it to my mini-me. I had to do it when she was younger. You don't leave them entirely, but you do. You go up an aisle and around the corner, and you sit there and watch them. And with mine, she threw a temper tantrum in the middle of Trader Joe's. I did that, and I never had issues with her again after that because she was scared.
866-639-4689. Give us a call. Also coming up, just about 10 minutes away, have you ever had to break up with a friend? Why? We'll go ahead and get into some of your calls and your comments and stories next. Whew, goodness, that got crazy. Sorry. All right.
Good morning, Anonymous Josh.
What up, Josh? All right. Friends, why did you end up breaking up with a friend? Anybody have any stories right off the bat? We've got some crazy ones to really get into already, but we want to see if you have any stories. If you do, give us a call. Or you could throw it into the comments. We started posting this yesterday, and the stories were pretty legit. Barbie, you got a couple of them, right?
Yes.
Here, let me share one. This one is, I won't say who they're from, but this girl broke up with her friend because she slept with my husband at the time. Yeah, that's understandable. Break up with a friend if they do that. Oh my God, I'll call in for that. I ghosted a crazy chick. Yeah, Kimberly, call in now.
This girl said, I called her baby daddy out on Facebook for being on drugs because he tried to be funny on Facebook to me. And then I ended a 22-year BFF ship. She was selfish, critical, manipulative, and crossed a boundary. Yeah, when you cross boundaries, that means you crossing me. And you don't cross me. I'm sorry.
Kimberly, good morning. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Kimberly, go ahead.
Okay, real quick. All right, so Barbie knows me. I'm all about energy and vibes, right? So if you start giving me a bad vibe and bad energy, I got to cut you off. So I was dealing with this chick. I met her through mutual friends, and she seemed cool. She liked to do the same things I like to do. She was fun, loved to cook, great parent, and all that good stuff. The only problem was when she got mad, it was like a 0 to a million. It's like she couldn't just be upset and get over it. She's mad. She wants to run through the house, break stuff, break walls, put holes in walls.
Oh, no, ma'am.
One day I had to get in my car and go over there because she was having it out with her husband, and she was home alone. And she had her gun in her hand. And I said, oh, no, honey, you got too many demons you battling. I can't help you. And if you got that going on, I can't befriend you because it brings me down. You always got something negative. You're never happy. It's always something bad. So I had to ghost the chick.
Well, let me tell you something. You know where that started? She probably was in a grocery store throwing a tantrum, and they didn't leave her there.
And they left her.
Yeah. No, they didn't.
And they probably did.
Yeah.
And honestly, she do got parent issues, y'all, and she do voodoo and that type of stuff.
Voodoo?
I said, oh no. Yeah, hell yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all, but yes.
But like
no
with
lie.
dolls and stuff like that, and pins in the doll?
Persuasion. I don't know if you've ever watched any movies about it, but it's about persuasion. And she slowly tried to persuade me into seeing things her way. So I spoke to my mother, who's a minister, and my mother immediately, she didn't know the girl. She said, "Get away," and I cut her off that day. I cut her off that day. She just got this bad this horrible grammar. She has a bad aura, and it follows her all day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
And she's just angry, disrespectful. Yeah, it's bad.
She hates her life.
And I hope she hears this because she got problems and she don't think nothing wrong with us. I hope she hear this because she know my voice, but I ain't gonna call her name out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, that's
Cokeithia,
a lot.
yeah, you definitely have to call in with your story now.
Yeah, Cokeithia, do it. The other story I got, she accused my husband of something that he was not involved in to try to cover up her own lies. And I'm gonna call her, but it's gonna be after the show.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask that girl. Can we call her? About the wife sleeping with.
Yeah, known this girl for 20 plus years, and she ended our friendship the day I buried my dad because, in her words, I was hanging. Ah, dang it! There we go. Thank you, Jared. You're moving it all over the place. I was hanging out with other people and drinking too much to deal with my fiance's passing. But she never talked to me about it, and just ended our friendship. Dang, that's brutal.
Wait, so you got dumped by your BFF for drinking and partying too much?
Yeah.
I will say this: when people are grieving, it's kind of hard to make them see their wrongs, I guess. If you were drinking too much and, you probably weren't in a space to understand where she was coming from. So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get her ghosting because I probably would have too. If it was that bad.
Oh no, Travis. I broke up with a friend because they wouldn't stop doing drugs and even started stealing from me.
Oh, see, now I'm gonna have your head. Don't steal from me. Nah, we can't do that. I don't care what addiction, none of that. Like, go handle that because you have to take yourself out of those situations sometimes,
Right?
Because that's a lot.
Yeah,
that is a lot, especially if they're not wanting help. I'm all about protecting my peace, child. I cut them off left and right. Friends, foes, family, exes don't matter. Had a best friend a whole life, but I started to notice she was a very big liar, and I don't know how to handle it. Oh gosh, yeah.
Like, what kind of lies are we talking about?
Yeah,
here,
like,
Lauren?
yeah. God.
And Mario Kart is not a bad T-shirt. Okay, stop hating on the shirt. Thank you. You see that comment?
Yes.
Break up with a friend because they wear a Mario Kart
I stopped a
shirt.
friendship because she was dating my girlfriend behind my back, and still to this day, she defends her reasoning for seeing my girlfriend behind my back and tries to be my friend. Kevin.
That's crazy.
I always told my girls, embarrass me and I will embarrass them. They didn't want me to match them, so they never had that issue, period. Jessica said, keep that same energy, boo.
Whew.
Yes, Kimberly. I wasn't missing work or being belligerent, but if we're friends like that, it should be able to at least talk to them. No, you're right, Amanda. You're right. You're right. Some people don't know how to approach those situations. That's a hard. Those are hard conversations you gotta have because with your friends, everything is good, everything is like, happy go lucky. But when it's time to have those tough conversations, some people just don't know how to handle those.
Yeah,
and they just be like, you know what, I don't want to deal with it. Because I mean, honestly, if I'm your friend and I know how you're going to respond, and if you're going to respond in a super negative way, I probably would just dip out. But who knows?
Man, these comments are crazy, guys. Good stuff this morning.
I feel bad for my best friend. Lost her son last year. Oh, gosh. Yes, protect your peace. I don't know. It's like she lies over the stupidest little things. Like the other day, she told me she was at my house, that the police was going to bust into her mom's house, but she really went to her boyfriend's, and it just confuses me on why she lies to me because I'm so understanding. Yeah, I think people that lie like that, they want to lie to themselves. They're lying to themselves.
Amy, did you see this over on the Hot 1045 Facebook page? I had a very close friend that was a single mom and used that to get stuff and money. I helped her a lot, even buying Christmas, and she wouldn't hold a job, but always drove a Lexus. And her kids had top brand name clothes, and she had Coach bags. So I was out. Dip. Yeah, I get that. Dang.
Oh, no, she didn't. And I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt because her 3-month-old was murdered. Whoa. By the father. So I try to look out, but at the point, it's so self-draining because I never know if she's telling me the truth or lying to me. Oh, yeah, Lauren, you got to address that because that's heavy. That hit me in the chest.
Yeah.
So I know what you're dealing with that every day. Oh, my God.
I think we're going to play the call. This girl is hilarious. Is it Nani? Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, my
Nani.
gosh.
That's my girl. Kwame, I broke up with a friend for chewing on my toilet paper and shoes. Wait, that was my ex-puppy. I would have broke up with him too. I don't play by my shoes.
Whew. Hi, good morning. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Let me tell her.
Oh, we're not going to say.
Okay. All right, real quick, tell us your story. Why'd you break up with a friend?
Barbie T asked me to call in. So
Oh,
I called in.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, girl. Well, we'll start. I was with my kids' father for 8 years. Left me for a friend of mine. Dropped that friendship. Found another best friend. Thought that was like grade A. Did everything together. Everything. I go to concerts that she didn't like. She go to concerts I didn't like. We spent every moment together. Was with my wife for 6 years. The 6 months we were married. Come home one day, and she had moved in with my maid of honor, which was my best friend.
Wait, your wife ended up leaving you for your best friend?
Yep.
Ooh, that dirty dog.
What did you do?
Yeah. I lost it for a minute, but then I just kind of gathered myself, and the hardest part was probably my children getting over it.
Yeah.
It took me about 4 years to actually start talking again, but needless to say, I don't have that friend. I don't have a friend anymore. No friends, to say the least, like that.
Dang.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, keep them at a distance.
Well, you know what? That's why everybody says,
I
oh,
feel
all
you.
my friends are guys, because, man, you girls are petty.
Yeah, I could say, yeah.
Dang. Thank
That
you
is
for your
true.
call.
Damn, girl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Damn. That's, oof. So she was married for how long?
She was with the girl for 6 years, married to her 6 months, I believe.
Oh.
And then she come home and find out that your wife is moving in with your maid of honor. Listen.
Dang. That's intense. All right. These stories.
Woo! Let me tell Nani she about to go on. She was wanting to listen.
I can't believe the one she slept with my husband at the time. All right, here we go.
Justin, so I haven't seen my daughter Zoe since she was 3 years old. Not gonna get into detail, but my ex-best friend was keeping an eye on her. I wouldn't be able to bump into them in public, and they had the nerve to ask how I feel if they dated. Not only that, the girl I was with for 2.5 years at the time ended up in Florida with him behind my back and was the only one who told me about what he was doing. Oh my God.
All right, so our social media poll this morning, have you ever had to break up with a friend? About 72% of people say, yes, I have broken up with a friend for one reason or another.
Yeah.
And have you ever broken up with a friend you were like, you know what, that's it, we
Yes.
can't be friends anymore?
Yes.
So you've done it. You're part of this. I have. It was, for me, it was because I loaned him $300.
Woo. and you still haven't gotten that money
Yeah,
back.
Josh is the guy's name. Yeah, and I remember calling him, and he ignored my phone call, right? And then the very next second, one of our other mutual friends was with us, and I
Yeah.
called him from his phone, and he was like, "Yo, what up, man? How you doing?" And I was like, "Really? You ducking my calls?"
Where's my money, man?
Yeah, where's my money, man? I know where you're at, man.
Oh, gosh.
So we wanted to know, 866-639-4689. We've asked on social media and some of the stories that have come in. Like this one girl said, yep, she pretended to be my friend to learn about me and then used that information to try to steal my boyfriend.
Ooh, no, ma'am.
Sometimes they're toxic.
Very
Nani,
much so.
good morning. How long have you been friends with this girl, and why did you end up friend breaking up with him? This is long, but man, what a crazy story.
We were friends for like 7 years, but essentially she always had me getting to physical altercations with people. It just ended up becoming too much for me.
What do you mean? Like
She
she
had
got
you fighting in the streets?
Yeah, how did she get you in physical altercations?
One time for my birthday, I think it was like my 24th birthday or something like
Oh,
that.
the
We got
birthday.
into a fight with this random woman in the street, like trying to get on the New Jersey tunnel because she was driving like a crackhead basically. And she gets out the car and like opens the girl's car door, and then they start fighting, and my brother's knocked out in the back because he was drunk. So then I'm fighting in the middle of the rain with my hair straight and heels and everything. Then like people start driving by. They're like, the cops are coming, the cops are coming. So we run to the car, drive off. She's following us. So now we're like fast and furious over here through the New Jersey tunnel. Then we get near her place, and we don't want her following her to her place. So I get out the car and I have to pepper spray this girl. And she's still trying to swing at me.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
like jumping backwards into my Beetle. It was a convertible, so like I was able to. I had to kick her in her face because she was still coming, and we drove off. So I was just like, you know what? It was so ghetto. Like another time we got into a fight with this woman, and her kids were in the car. She started crying because her kids were in the car. I was like, why'd you start the fight then?
And so you just said, hey, look, I'm friend breaking up with you. We're not good.
It's over.
Not really. She like blocked me twice, and then like we made up. Like we broke up like 3 times, then made up. And then finally it ended up blocking her, and I was like, forget it. And it was over like $20 too. And
Yeah,
she had way
her
more
best
money.
friend asked for gas money for another guy, some guy she was dating. Asked Nani for gas money for her boyfriend.
When I asked for her to give it back to me after like everything, she was like, no. And mind you, this woman like drove a Range Rover. Her family was super wealthy. And I'm like, whoa, why am I giving you $20 for your man?
866-639-4689. Why did you friend break up with someone?
Whew. Yeah, that'll do it for me.
Right.
All of that.
There's a lot there. I feel like there's several reasons why she should have broken up.
Several.
Like the fact that I have to pepper spray someone, I'm sorry, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. But the $20, that's where you drew the line.
Especially for a boyfriend, a broke man. Like, I am not giving my friends money for their men. Absolutely
Well,
not.
I'm not giving money to someone who's driving around in a Range Rover. I'll tell you that. I got a Honda
What
Civic.
you driving?
Yo, no, I do. I do. If I'm giving you $20, I do. You know what I'm saying? You got something nicer than me? Psh, get it out of your car payment. All right, 866-639-4689. Why did you end up having to break up with a friend? Call now. Share your stories. Woo. Y'all should do a Miami friendship breakup segment.
Oh, that-
Miami? What does that mean?
Oh, and he was my first friend here in America when I moved to South Carolina from Puerto Rico. So we were friends for 12 years. Oh, my God, Justin, that is horrible.
That is. Oof. All right, fam. I think it's time for us to wrap up our live. Thank you guys so much for the stories. It's been great chatting with everybody. We'll be back on, I believe tomorrow our goal is to be back on. So we will, yes, I agree with that. I don't loan money, I give it. If I want you to have it. And the thing is now after those lessons, if I loan someone money, I just don't expect it back. I agree with that. 100%. What award? What certificate?
Oh.
Oh, Morning Show of the Year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, guys. By the way, we got Morning Show of the Year. I feel like we should have celebrated that at the beginning of this whole live. Shoot. Yeah, Morning Show of the Year.
We got a pretty crystal, but it's not here.
Yeah, where is it? In yours? Huh. So, yeah, we ended up getting Morning Show of the Year. How cool is that? And this was like voted on by like all these professionals and everything like that.
This isn't the paid for popularity contest kind. this is actually like professionals that judge this and know what they're talking about.
Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
So,
Hello. Good morning.
can I see it?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
There you are. Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Jaylene, and I'm calling from Travelers Rest, South Carolina.
Go ahead. Why did your friend break up with someone?
It's because she was choosing her boyfriend's side over mine, and she would think that I would flirt with him, but he was the one trying to flirt with me, and I would tell her, and she would just say, oh, stop texting him or stop streaking him on Snapchat, and I blocked him and everything like she told me to, and she was still mad, and like she blocked me, and we didn't talk for like 2 years straight, and then we made up again, and then she still wants me to apologize for something I didn't even do.
Because she thought you were hitting on her man.
Why were y'all even Snapchat friends
Yeah.
anyway? Why you had his number?
Yeah. Was he because he was sending you messages, right?
Yeah, we were all friends, and she's also my son's godmother, and he's my son's godfather, so that's why I had all of them on Snapchat.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
No, turns out he's very psychotic.
Obviously.
He tried to threaten her and all this stuff, and now she tells me we made up again, but now she tells me that he threatens her by saying he's gonna kill himself in front of her house and all this type of stuff.
That's how it
Dramatic.
works.
Yeah.
Thank
Dramatic.
you very much.
Next
Thank you for
time,
your
don't
call.
even talk to her boyfriends. Don't
Yep.
even look at them.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Whew. All right, guys.
I hate when people say stuff like that.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh, so annoying.
Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning. And thank you for all the love on the award. That was
Yeah,
very
even
cool.
though you couldn't really see it. Cause,
Yeah. We'll get you the crystal. We'll bring that in tomorrow. How about that?